there's Darlissa coming in. All right, gang is all here. We are broadcasting live on YouTube. I'd like to call this workshop to order. Please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the
United States of America
and to the
and to the republic for which it
stands,
stands,
one nation,
One nation,
nation,
God,
under
God,
indivisible,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
perfect harmony.
Yeah.
All right, gang, we are in the home stretch. What I emailed out to you a little bit late today because Gary and I actually had a discussion with Fran Teodosi, our corporation counsel. And, you know, we were going over that statute and several other statutes that we had discussed last time, all around the issue of how do the things around terms, the minority representation, the restrictions on nominations that we've made, how do those all come together? And long story short, with some very minor wording changes that Fran suggested, he says it's okay. And basically he's putting together an opinion to that extent, saying that, look, everything we have here, cool with state statutes, you know, and here's all, like, there's like 3 different state statutes you need to refer to understand it. So he's going to write that up and have that over to us just so we have it. But he said, as written, this is good to go. So you can see the version I sent through has all of our changes from last time. And really his only wordo change was in this sentence that saying any political party may nominate candidates for the number of positions they can seat on elected boards or commission. So bottom line is we're good from a legal standpoint, according to Fran. So Gary, I'm representing that properly?
yes.
Yep. And so given that, we're kind of, unless anybody has anything else they want to talk about with this or any other changes, we're kind of ready to vote on this on Wednesday. And I talked to John Anglaise, and he'd like to have a joint meeting between us and the aldermen to go through, right? And basically say, hey, here are all the changes we made, here's why. They will then have a public hearing on this, as they're required to, and we'll vote on it by the end of August, which will send this to the voters in November. Now, there's the possibility that the aldermen can make changes, and if they make changes, we have to agree to them. So there's a little back and forth that happens. So if they make changes, it comes back to us. We can approve those changes, make other changes, et cetera, et cetera. Bottom line is both us and them need to agree to send this to referendum. So not expecting that, but it could happen.
So Dan, if they were to make a change, right, they send it back to us, then we either agree or don't agree.
Correct.
And then we can make another change, or we would just agree to their changes or say, no, we don't agree to them. Then what would happen?
Good question. I need to go back to the statute and look that up about how much back and forth there is, whether we can make other changes or whether we could just say yes or no to their changes. And then it's kind of up to them if they're going to send it to referendum or not, right? Because the Board of Aldermen is under no obligation to send this to referendum. They can say, we don't like it, thanks for your service, but we've fulfilled our duty of having a charter revision committee, we just don't like it. So that is a possibility. I don't see that happening, but it is a possibility. So yeah, so I'll get that statute again for everybody, just so we have it as we move into the next phase of this.
Okay.
Dan?
Hey there, listen.
I'm having trouble with my video, but I can hear everything and see what you put up. Before I hurry it up and I printed out the last copy you sent us. And on page 28, powers and duties, section 6.7.3, we have a hanging adverbial phrase. It's not connected. So I think we need to just clarify that before we move on.
Okay, wait, page 28, section, what section were you on?
6.7.3.
Uh-huh.
Yes, right. Last line.
Such work may be charged to the
Yes, but start with the sentence before.
The department shall administer all maintenance of the area subject to the control of Board of Education, if the Board of Education so requests. Okay,
Yeah, but we crossed out so requests.
yeah, that's my mistake. Good catch.
Okay.
And that's what, to both Ruth Ann and to Darlissa, if you want to go through this one more time, and if there are any other catches like that, just let me know and we will change them before Wednesday. Just shoot me,
Okay.
shoot me.
Dan, there's a lot of spacing issues. I mean, do you want them now or do you want me to fix them? Like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah, well, so when you say spacing issues, you mean between sections or do you mean between words?
Yeah, I mean, there's like, it's not justified in some places. It's justified. There's different spacing. The page breaks don't line up.
So the page breaks, so I did fix in the latest version I sent out, I fixed the page breaks because I changed the table of contents to reflect reality.
But it's like in the table of contents, it's like if you see it, it's not spaced right. So it's like on the page, like it doesn't line up right.
Yeah, so bottom line is I'm cool with any formatting changes you want to make.
Okay.
Because
there's only one thing, like you have on page 18. You got rid of B and C, but you have an A, and you can't have an A if you don't have a B or a C.
Yep, that's very true. Okay. Yeah, so if you could, so Sophia, if you want to take this copy that I sent over and make it.
Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow and then send everybody a clean copy of it, and then I'll have some available for Wednesday.
Perfect.
Do you want a clean copy as well to give to the Board of Aldermen, or you just want to do a strike through?
I'd like to give them both. I'd like to give them
Okay.
both the copy and the strike through.
Okay.
Hey, Sophia, could you make us a copy of both?
I will. I'll make it for everybody, but you won't get it till Wednesday. Is that all right?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
What also is going to happen is once we vote on it on Wednesday, I know that we have to present it to the Board of Aldermen, and then that's when the meeting takes place of both of it. So once we vote on it, I'll have something already printed out, and Dan, I'll send it to you if you want to just go through it. And then we present it to the Board of Aldermen clerk, and she gives it to her board.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
That all sounds perfect. And then, John, I'll get back to everyone with the date of the joint meeting where we will, go through this. John and I got to talk to John. My preference is to go through the changes at a high level and let them read it. I think John's preference is we go through section by section, which will take a long time. So I'm just talking with him about that to see, what level of depth he wants to go through it. He's been through it with a fine tooth comb, I know, but the other aldermen have not yet. So we'll just talk to John about how we run that meeting.
Do we have an approximate idea when that date will be?
It'll be in July and it'll be during the day, but I'm not sure of the date yet.
Okay.
It is tentative next Wednesday.
Oh, we already have it?
We have a tentative of the 15th.
Oh, I didn't know that. What time?
Okay.
Only because it's all depends on if we vote on it this Wednesday.
Yep. And so what time is that?
Well,
It's going to be 11:45 or 1. They're trying to figure out what they can do.
Okay.
all right, because I was supposed to go away that week. That's why or for a few days, and that was one of them. Okay, I'll have to.
No, you should go away. We've got it. Don't change travel plans for a Board of Aldermen meeting.
You could call in, Ruth Ann.
Yeah, you can't call in if you're really that desperate to hear the
Well, where I'm going, I'm not sure there's Wi-Fi. Okay, I'll try, but
we'll cover for if you're away, Ruth Ann, don't worry.
okay, I appreciate that.
All right, other questions or any This is now, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Dan, for the vote on Wednesday, how do we proceed with that?
So what'll happen is so up to now we've been in workshops. This will be a formal meeting with a very basic but formal agenda. And Sophia will, somebody will motion to approve the charter revisions and send it to the Board of Aldermen. Someone will second it. Sophia will then do a roll call vote, just calling out each of our names, and we all say either aye or nay. And assuming we're all aye, it passes and it goes on to the Board of Aldermen. Very simple.
Very good.
And that meeting's at 1 o'clock on Wednesday, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
All right, Dan, what is with 18? Are we keeping B and C or are we getting rid of B and C and making them just paragraphs?
With 18, let's see, what section are you in?
5 point.
Right here. So you have A.
So these should be A, B, and C.
Okay, so keep A, B, and C. Okay.
Keep A, B, C, yep. I don't know why they're deleted, but yeah, keep them. Good, and Sophia, as you're going through, if you have any other questions about that, just call me.
I will.
Great, guys. Well, this is our last workshop of this phase. And I'll say it again on Wednesday, but I just wanted to really thank each and every one of you guys. These past few months have actually been a lot of fun. Which is a strange thing to say about any government committee. But this, you've all been such a smart, capable, enjoyable group to work with. I've just really enjoyed the debates we've had, the discussions we've had. I've really enjoyed the kind of collegiality and the ability for us to agree to disagree and then come to different arrangements that make us all feel comfortable going forward. I actually just think if Congress could be half as efficient and as intellectual as we've been, we'd be in a much better situation. So thank you all for what you've brought to the table. It's been it really has been a pleasure.
And Dan, I want to thank you for taking the lead and doing a lot of the bulwark. You've been a pleasure to work with.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yes.
No, thanks, guys.
We appreciate your effort. And, you took the lead and did a lot of work.
No, especially given the circumstances. You did a tremendous job.
No, thank you.
Appreciate it. No doubt.
I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
who knew when we started?
It's so true. It's so true. And who knew even when it started, who knew it would still be going on for now in the foreseeable future? My gosh.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you can't go out and have a drink after these.
I was gonna say, I would love to have a drink with
I
them.
want to buy you guys a drink so bad. But Governor Lamont just came out today and said the bars are going to stay closed.
Oh,
So that's not happening anytime soon. But we should make that happen. Let's not forget that. We will make that happen when we're able to.
Yeah, a celebration when it passes.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
that would be a good one.
That will be a good one. All right, gang. If there's nothing else, I will entertain a very quick meeting or a very quick workshop. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn, and we'll see you Wednesday at 1.
Darlisa, so
Will
moved.
do.
Motion by Darlissa, second by Ruth Ann. All those in favor?
Second.
All right.
Bye.
Aye.
All right, guys. We'll see you Wednesday. We're
Bye,
adjourned.
guys.
Aye.
Take care.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.